Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I hope you all are sound and safe. Hi, Namish from India, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Good evening. Hi, everyone. So, as always, make sure you drop your name, the country name, or the city name, state name from where you are tuning in with us. So, make sure to drop that. Good evening, Shinjini. I hope you all are good and excited for yet another session. In this one, we are going to explore the PictoBlox Junior blocks and also the 3D Annexa Studio. Good evening, Sanjana. Nice to have you. All right. We will be starting with a session in another 2 to 3 minutes by the time others can also join us. Sangeeta, this is just a training bootcamp, which is an open training bootcamp for every participant mentor of the Codeavour competition. So you will not get any certificate for this bootcamp. You will only get the participation certificate for the competition. So if you have registered yourself, at the end of the competition, you will get the participation certificate. Good evening. We have Ayad from Egypt as well. Good evening, Ankit. Arjun from Nepal. Hi. Good evening. We will be starting a session in another 2 minutes. So kindly share the live link with your fellow friends as well to join us live for this session, because in this session we are going to explore something very new, very exciting, and I will be again giving you a lot more tips and tricks. We have Achal Giri from Nepal. We have Edina from Bosnia. Good evening. Good evening, Advait. So I hope you all okay. You all are excited for this session. Yes, perfect. All right, so I think it's the right time to start with the session. We will have a lot more joinees joining us in between as well. That's not a problem. You can of course rewatch these sessions whenever you feel like you want to you want to watch them. So kindly watch this session. Okay, yeah. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. Welcome to the session third or the third session of this Codeavour training bootcamp. We will be coming up with more training sessions, more training bootcamps, more expert-led mentorship, expert-led training sessions as well, so that you feel confident enough using these technologies, latest advancements in your innovative project that you will be creating for Codeavour 6.0 International. So in this particular session, we are going to explore Junior blocks and 3D and Exa Studio in PictoBlox. All right, so let's take a look at the session outcomes. So as I mentioned, this session is going to be very simple, very straightforward. I will be introducing you to the latest environments of PictoBlox application. So I hope you have the PictoBlox application installed in your systems. If not, then I kindly request you to install it as soon or as fast as possible. I will show you how to do that. Just give me a moment. So open any of the web browser on your laptop or your PC, type download PictoBlox, and then just click on the first link that comes up, which is by the stempedia.com. You have to select your device type. It can be Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, iOS, or Chromebook. Just select the device type and install the latest version, which is 8.0.0 beta version. So you can install that. All right, let's move ahead. So in this session, I will be introducing you to the PictoBlox Junior blocks that we have. Then we will be doing an activity. So I have left this activity as blank because we are doing a lot of activities in this particular time period. Plus, I would request you all to create your own activity. That is why this area is left out as activity only. Then we will be having introduction to 3D and XR Studio in PictoBlox and implementing a project with 3D and XR Studio. It's a very simple outcomes, or these are the very simple outcomes of this session. This is a very simple and straightforward learning that we are going to have. Now let's take a look at introduction to PictoBlox Junior blocks. So why it was designed? So the reason for the PictoBlox to design this and to be added there in PictoBlox is that we wanted something to be there for kids who are participating who are aged between 4 to 7, or let's say junior age basically. So we wanted something for them as well. That is why we launched PictoBlox Junior blocks. So it will help kids to understand and build critical thinking, creativity, storytelling through very interactive coding procedures. And of course, it is global accessible. So yeah, let's quickly explore with the help of different activities. I will open my PictoBlox and share the screen. I hope you all are with me for this. So this is what the PictoBlox homepage, or you can say the default page, looks like when you open the PictoBlox for the first time. So when you open it, it will ask you to select the type of environment you want to work in. So we have junior blocks. We have already worked in block-based and machine learning. Today we will be covering two more, which is junior blocks and XR, 3D and XR Studio. So we will be covering, by the end of this bootcamp, we will be able to cover 4 of these environments. Let's click on junior blocks. So as you can see right over here, the junior blocks is opened up. The junior blocks also looks very simple. It's very straightforward. It's a very easy to use environment that we have. So you can easily understand what exactly this junior blocks is all about. It's slightly different than the normal block-based environment that we have. So let me quickly give you a brief introduction about the same. So at the bottom over here, just a second, I'm annotating. At the bottom over here, we have the we have the block palettes, which is again color coded. At the middle over here, we have the stage. We have the coding area. And at the left-hand side, we have the stage. I'm sorry, I am pronouncing stage to everything as of now. So this particular area in the middle is the area where you will be coding. This is your coding area. At the bottom, we have the blocks palette. And on the left-hand side, we have the stage, finally. Then below the stage, we have the sprite control center, or where you can access all the sprites, where you can edit them. And underneath the same, we have the backdrop or background control center. So this particular centers will help you to manage your stage, manage whatever elements are there added on the stage. So it's just to help you out with the elements that are there. Then underneath that, we have our, when the green flag is clicked, we have this button, which we will take a look at after when we are doing the activity, which is the rerun button, then a camera button, and then these two as well. So this will help you out to understand just a gist of what exactly the junior blocks look like. Let me quickly wipe off the annotations. So it's a very basic very, very basic block coding environment that by which you will be able to create something very interactive and innovative as well. So as I mentioned, innovation and possibilities are endless, limitless, right? Therefore, you have to make sure that, if you are from junior category also, because in last session also, I could see a lot of participants that were there from junior category. Junior category, that means the ones who are studying in lower grade. So those students can, of course, use PictoBlox Junior as well. PictoBlox Junior blocks. Okay. Now, let me quickly give you a walkthrough over this one. If you remember, the blue one is known for motion, right? If you hover your mouse on the purple one, it will say looks. So if you want to, let's say, just make Toby say hello, grab this block, make it say hello. If you want to say it your name, just type big and click on it. It's going to say that. Then if we want to show it, or let's say if I want to first hide it and then show it after 1 second. Pretty simple, right? So what I did, I just made a very small code. So in this particular environment, the code is done like this. Okay, it's done in a line. So what happens? Kids from junior age, they grab the blocks out of the block palette and arrange it in a line. So it's like a line-based coding environment that we have, by which they will be able to, solve some critical thinking programs and make something that is full of creativity. So this is how they can do it. Very simple. Get very easy. So again, we have this particular events block. This is the hat block, which is when the green flag is clicked one, right? If remember. Then we have the control palette over here. Then we have the sound palette here. Then we have the pen palette here. Plus, we can add extensions also. Isn't that fun? You can add AI extension. Though as of now, we have only two extensions available. That is face detection and human body detection, but you can add either of these. We are coming up with more extensions very soon. So now let's make a very simple program. So in this program, we want to write something in the air. That means we want to make a air draw application. So for that, what we will be needing? We will be needing the pen extension, and we will be needing one more extension. So now you have to guess this. Will it be face detection or human body detection? Come on, tell me. Which extension shall I use for the air draw, in which I want to draw with my index finger? Which extension shall I use? The face detection one or the human body detection? These are the two extensions. Come on, waiting for your answers, everybody. Face. No, Ankit. Sorry, no, Aniket. Human body. Yes. Dwayne and Sinjini, Angelini. Good evening, Rajveer. And others as well. So the ones who are saying face, actually no, because face detection is focused on your face rather than on your human body parts. I wanted it to draw with the help of my finger. So for that, I will be using human body detection only. Okay, so you need to understand the difference between the same. Face one is used to detect your facial structure. Face one is used to do or perform activities based on your face only. But the human body one, over there are different human body parts that you can use to create a program. Okay, very simple. Now we got the extension also. Now we have the block palette that is ready with us. What do we want to do? We want to draw when our hand is detected. How can we detect our hand? Very easy. Now you have to tell me that. Which block is the one that I should use? So what I will do, I will mark it up for you all. So this one is 1, 2, 3. Please ignore my drawing. Then we have this one, 4. Last one will not be added, of course. So these are the 4 options. Now you have to tell me which one do I have to use. No worries, Aarti. Face is not used in this particular one that we are making, but the next one that we will be creating, in that one we can use face. 4. Okay, Aarti is saying 4th. All right. Satyam is saying second one. Okay. Sangeeta is saying 3rd. So again, my question is, I want to first identify the hand. For that, what I have to do? Which block I have to use? Muskan Bhatyari. Bhattarai. I think I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I'm really sorry. But Muskan, correct. You are the first one who mentioned first. Now, the reason for using the first block is very simple. Very, very simple. That this particular block will turn on the camera on the stage. Easy, right? So this block will help out to draw very simple. Sorry, this block will help out to turn on the camera. So you have two options. Either you can turn it on, turn it off, or flip it. So let's say if I am using my mobile phone to make this application, I can use the back camera of my mobile phone as well. Okay. In mobile, it will be available pretty soon. So therefore, we are just using the turn on camera. So camera is turned on. Now what do I have to do? A very simple thing that I will be doing. Let me quickly share again. Yeah. What's the next part that I will be doing? Camera is turned on. I want to now identify. So one of you mentioned 4. Do you, fourth one? No, I don't have to use this one. This is not the one that I want to use. I want which one? First, second, third, fourth. Come on. Hurry up, guys. Fourth one, no, I won't be using fourth. Pixel Plus Gaming, third one, no. No, Muskan. No, third is not the right answer. Second, very good, Shinjini. Exactly. I will be using the second block, this one, because this one is going to analyze the hand. I can analyze the hand with this. This is show detection. Detection, getting the detection done. Then I will be using a third block by which I can describe which finger I wanted to detect. I wanted to detect the index one. So I'm choosing this middle option. Okay. Now, tell me one thing. It's a very simple question. Okay. It's from block-based coding only. We have that block here also. The question is, I want the detection to take place until I stop the execution of the code. Which block I will be using? So now this answer, whoever answers this question will be the first star of today's session. Let's go. Which block I will be using to make sure that the identification of my index finger is taking place until I stop the execution of the code. Now I want answers, everybody. Come on. Very good. Dwayne, amazing. Amazing. Yes, a forever loop. Very easy. So I will go in control palette. Over here, I have this forever loop. Now this loop will help me to execute these two parts until I stop the execution of the code. Pretty easy, right? But one thing that I'm missing over here. Now, who will point it out? I want to draw. I have asked it to analyze my hand. I've asked it to turn on the camera. But where is the pen? Where is the pen? Pen sprite. Don't we need that? Are we going to draw with our Toby only? Or shall we use a pen sprite? Pen down, of course. Very good, Shinjani. We will be using pen down as well. We have very smart and active participants in the live chat. I have to say that. So we will be using a pen sprite. So let's go over here, choose a sprite. We have the entire palette. We can simply search it also and then just choose pencil. Simple as that. Let's, okay, it's already in middle. Perfect. What we can do, grab the code and paste it to pencil and just simply delete Toby sprite. All right. We have the blocks over here in the pencil sprite. Now what do I want to do? Shinjini already mentioned pen down. So we have this pen down block and this is the pen up block. Okay. So pen down will lower the pen. So let's say if I have a click pen. So I hope you all have seen a click pen. Let me show it to you as well. So a click pen is basically when you click at the back of it and it will open the nib. It will open the tip by which you will be able to write. Same way, it's like this particular block. Let me stop sharing, start my video and show it to you. This is a click pen. This is a Codeavour click pen that I have in my hand. So what I can do, I can simply push it from the back. The tip will open up. Same way, when we will do pen down, it will click it and the tip will get out and we can write. Pen up, that means the nib or the tip will go in. Very easy, very simple. Let's go back on the PictoBlox. So we want this to be added over here. Pen down. Now, what do we want to define before that? We of course have to choose a color also. So let's choose our color. So our color can be from any of these or we can pick a color also. It can be multicolor also. Okay. So let's say I want to pick red because red will be prominent and it will be visible to all of you. So I'm choosing red and I'm placing it over here and place this also over here. Now, which block am I missing? Tell me. Which block am I missing? Very easy answer. You can use any color that you want, but I have chosen red. We have multiple options from which you can choose. Come on, everybody. Which block am I missing? Green flag. Very good. Very good. Perfect. So I will just grab the green flag block and place it over here. I have missed out one block, but I want you to tell me which one it is and why should I place it. I will give you a reason. I will show you the reason, not give you the reason. Let me stop the video and start this code. Since I'm using two cameras, it will take some time. So let's draw something like this. I'm trying to draw a hut. Okay. I think that's the best I can draw. All right. So this is the hut that I drew. But now let's say if I stop the code and I click on the green flag again, this is this drawing is not going away. I don't want this drawing. I want the entire canvas to be free. I don't want any drawing over here on this canvas. What should I do? Which block am I missing? Tell me. Pen up, pen up, no. Pen up will not do anything. Pen up will just um you can say pen up will just close the pen. Very good, Angelina. Angelini, very good. Johnson, amazing. Clear block is what I need. I will go back to the pen extension, grab the eraser, which is represented as a clear block, and place it before I turn on the camera. Right. So imagine whenever your teacher is teaching you something on board with a chalk or on a whiteboard, if the teacher is teaching you, the teacher will use a marker. Now, if the board is entirely filled up, the teacher will, of course, use a duster or a rubbing cloth to clean the board and then start it fresh. Same way over here, we have to clean the canvas, clean the stage so that we can start with our new drawing. Now, let's click on the green flag. It will start. So I can draw whatever I want to and however I want to. So I'm just drawing random things. You can draw, I'm not a very good artist. So you can draw whatever you want and whatever you feel like drawing. So this is a very simple activity that we just drew, that we just made over here. So what you can do is simply just save it, type down your project name and save it. Or you can just simply click on File, Save As, and save your project. File will be saved. You can see with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blocks, I'm able to perform an AI activity with just 8 blocks and little ones. So this is what you can do with PictoBlox Junior blocks. Very easy, very fun, very interactive, and all the junior kids who are participating in Codeavour would love that. Not just juniors, even I as a above senior category person also loves it. So yeah, you can add, of course, pen up. You can choose different colors also if you want to. You can choose multicolors as well. Let's check it out. What will happen if I choose this? So it's drawing in green. Let's say, so this one I think will pick a random. Okay. Yeah, it's going to pick a random. It's picking a random color. All right. Yeah. So it's picking a very random color from the entire color palette. Perfect. All right. So this was a very simple activity. Now, are you excited to move on to the next one? Let's just click on new. If you want to save it, of course, click on yes and save your project. Let's click on Junior Blocks again. And we have the new file ready with us. In this file, let's do a very simple activity. Let's count our fingers. Okay, let's count our fingers. So now you have to tell me, again, one more question to all of you. Which extension shall I use? Shall I use face detection or shall I use human body detection? Dwayne, we will move to 3D and XR Studio very shortly. Let me just perform just 1 or 2 more activities, then we can move to 3D and XR Studio. Even I'm excited about it. Come on, tell me guys, which extension shall I use? Face detection or human body? Very good, Sanjeev. Good job. Yes, human body detection. Because I want to count the fingers, na. So I will not be using face detection. I will be using human body detection. All right. Now you have to tell me which block should I place first. I'm not doing anything in this activity. I'm telling you what I want to do. I want to count the fingers. So if I'm showing 4, it should say 4. If I'm showing 5, it should say 5. If I'm saying 3, it should say 3. Now you have to tell me which blocks shall I use. Now let me give you one hint. We are just going to use 5 blocks. That's it. 5 blocks, less than the activity that we did earlier. So you have to tell me which block should we use first. Camera. Okay. So you have to tell me first block will be camera, then this, then that, then this, and that. So you have to tell me. When clicked. Okay, very good. Aniket, good job. So first one will be when green flag is clicked. Okay, we are going this way then. Fine. Which will be the next block that I will be using? Come on, I want answers, guys. First block is done. Which will be the second block? Camera. Very good, Dwayne. Very good. I will be using camera. So I will go into extension palette, grab the camera block. Okay. Now only 3 blocks are left. Come on. Which one? Now tell me the third one that I have to use. Who said forever? NXT. Good job, NXT. I will be using a forever loop. NXT, what's the real name? So I will go into control palette, grab a forever loop and place it over here. Third block, done. We are only left with 2 more. Let's see. Camera is done. That one is also done. Forever loop is also done. Face detection. No, dear. We are doing human body detection. Why to include face detection in this one? Good job, Naksh. You got it right. Sujita, we have already used a forever loop. Second. Duo is saying second. Which second block? This one you are saying? This is the one that you are saying? Type yes if you want this block to be placed over here. Just say yes or no. Yes, okay, Sanjeev. Aarti says no. Dwayne says yes. Sujita, yes. Okay. Aarti, tell me what's the reason? Why should I not place this over here? Aarti seems to be confident. Come on, Aarti, tell me. Naksh also says yes. Okay. Yes, of course, I have to place it over here because I want the detection to take place until I stop the execution of the code with this stop button, right? When the stop button will come over here, until and unless I click on that, I want the execution to take place. I want the detection to take place. Now, which will be the fifth and the final block that I will be using? Now, that is something that you have to tell me. Come on. The fifth palette, yes. The fifth block, not the palette. The fifth block. Tell me which one I will be using. Dwayne says the fourth block. Okay. Fourth. Satyam also says fourth. Very good. Sanjeev also says fourth. Ambi Senthil also says fourth. Perfect. Good job. Fourth block is to count the number of fingers that are detected. So simple as that. Let's click on the green flag. It will open up the camera. 4, 5, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Perfect. So this is how you can create very simple activities with AI in Junior Blocks. I hope that was exciting. Of course. Now I will just show you one more activity. Then we will move to the next part, which is the 3D and XR Studio. All right. So just give me 1 second. By the time, tell me, is your theme selected? Have you started ideating your project? If you have started editing your project, give me a yes or a thumbs up. If you are still editing your project, give me a no that you have, or if you haven't started your ideation, give me a no. If you have started the ideation part of your Codeavour project, give me a yes or a thumbs up. Go on. Everybody, go on. Tell me, have you started ideating for your project? I'm waiting for your responses, everyone. So a lot of you are saying thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Rivaz is saying no. Sangeeta is saying no. Sanjana is also saying no. Prabha is saying no. Why, guys? Why haven't you started with your project ideation part? Come on. This should have been started. This should have been your first and topmost priority. No worries. If you are facing any issue, of course, we are always there to help you out. So now I have this one activity that I'm showing. This is nose tracking one. Now I will turn off my camera and turn it on over here. So it's going to detect my face and the ball will follow my nose. So let's say if I'm happy. So whatever emotion is there, it will detect that and it will showcase it over here as a emoji or as a emote. So, so whatever my emotion is, that is being displayed over here as another sprite. All right, let's check out one more activity. It's a very simple activity that we created. We have different ones over here. So if I'm angry, then show this angry one. If I am feared, then show this one. If I'm surprised, then show surprised one. So you saw that when I opened my mouth, it this particular went like a surprise box. So let's open one more activity, which is this one. So this one is gesture controlled game. Let's click on the green flag. So Toby is coming, he's running, he's saying, I am hungry. Then the monkey will say, I will drop some bananas, you have to catch it. So I will be using my hand to catch the banana. But oops, the game is over. Let's try again. Toby comes, he's saying, I'm hungry. Then monkey will say, I will drop you some bananas. Catch them. Let's do that. So it's using the thumbs. My bad, I was just showing my entire hand. Okay, so it's using the thumbs to detect and move the Toby. I'll use my thumbs there. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, over here, over here, over here. This side. Oops, I missed it by chance. So this is how you can make some very simple, fun activities that will attract a lot of audience as well. So all the junior category participants who are participating, you can use PictoBlox Junior blocks as well to make such interactive projects. All right. So now it's the right time to move to the other one. And I know you all must be excited about this one. The next environment, which is 3D and XR Studio in PictoBlox. So are you all excited? Give me a thumbs up if you're excited. Go on. Come on. So 3D and XR Studio is basically a type of environment which is there, which combines coding with 3D modeling and XR. XR includes AR, VR, and MR. So who knows the full form of XR? Who knows the full form of AR, VR, and MR? Tell me, what's the full form of XR, AR, VR, and MR? Well, of course, I want to know who all have used XR, who all know about it. So that is when we can start with the environment part. Go on, tell me, what's the full form of the same? I'm asking for full form of XR, AR, VR, and MR. Extended reality, very good. AR is augmented reality, very good. VR is virtual reality, very good. We are missing MR. What is MR? Virtual reality, right? Augmented reality, extended reality, augmented reality, perfect. MR, mixed reality, very good. Very good. Perfect, guys. So XR basically combines of three realities. Extended reality combines of three realities. First is AR, which is your augmented reality. Then you have VR, which is your virtual reality. And then you have MR, which is your mixed reality. Combining these three will give you XR. So therefore, we have XR environment in PictoBlox. And we also have 3D modeling. So therefore, the entirety of it is called as 3D and XR Studio in PictoBlox. Okay, it will of course boost your creativity, boost your problem solving skills. Now let me give you a tip also. So you have been talking about, sir, you are not giving us tips. It's been a long time. The tip is, let's say if you're creating a project in Codeavour and it's a prototype. It's a prototype. So let's say if I'm using my core key to create a project and it's a prototype project. What I can do, I can create the entire working scenario of that project in 3D and XR Studio through 3D modeling and showcase it to the judges. So that judges can also feel that this is what the project will look like when it is completely finished or when it is installed or utilized via the public. So let's say if you are making a smart city project in which you are using core key or in which you are just using the software, the PictoBlox. You are showcasing that this is what the hardware will look like. Let's say I am making a smart lamp. So whenever the lights go off, or whenever it's dark, whenever it's night, the quirky LED lights will turn off by itself, and it will be charged via solar panels. So I can show it to them in hardware with the help of Corky. I can show it to them. What if they ask, what about it implementing to the real world? How will you show that? So that is when you can use 3D and XR Studio in PictoBlox to showcase the actual working scenario of your entire project. So let's say if you're making a prototype, you can use 3D and XR Studio to show the judges that this is what my project will look like when it's complete or when it's implemented in the real life. So yeah, this is one of the tip, and of course the judges will be impressed, right? So now let's quickly move to the activities. We will be making a lot of activities, but before that, of course, I have to give you a gist of the same, that what the 3D and XR Studio looks like. As I mentioned, this particular bootcamp is very simple, very beginner level one. So we are not going to do a lot in this session. I will be just giving you a brief. We will be just making we will be just making few little parts of a city, and we can also take a look at what are different functionalities that are there available in 3D and XR Studio. So I will quickly share my screen. So once again, PictoBlox is open. Click on 3D and XR Studio, and 3D and XR Studio will open up. So what you can do, just click on create a new project. So select the default type. So we have a lot of different types also. We have a Minecraft environment. We have hand tracker puppets. We have a maze. We have breakable 3D objects. These are just you can say project types that are there. So I'm choosing a default project. I'm giving it a name as session 3, and then click on create project. Done. Now I'm going to show you what this 3D and XR Studio looks like. I'm going to give you a brief of the same. So kindly allow me a moment. I will be annotating so that you can understand everything in detail. All right. Okay. So at the left-hand side over here, we have the controls, right? This is where by which you can take a look at what are all the layers that are added in your stage over here or in this area over here, right? Then we have this. This is where you can take a look at the scenes, like what are all the scenes that are there embedded in this 3D environment. Then you have joints. So let's say if I have joints that I've added in any of my object. So if I select an object, let's say if I create an object, for example, if I'm creating this particular object, a rectangle over here, I can understand, or I can take a look like if it is having a joint or not. So let's say if I place a joint over here, so this will appear in this list right over here. So this is what on the left is the left hand side looks like. At the top, we have a different menu panel by which we can add our objects. We can take a look at the library. We can add scenes. We can add text. We can add lighting, camera settings, audios, AR setting, and a lot more. So right over here, I will change the color so that you can take a look. Right over here. So these are used to set up the entire 3D environment. Okay. Then we have this play button by which you can play your animation, your code if you have done. Then this is the go to code option by which you can switch to block-based coding or Python coding. Yes, our 3D and XR Studio supports both block-based coding and Python-based coding. Blocks are pretty different than the blocks that are there in the normal block-based coding environment, because these blocks in the 3D and XR Studio are based on the 3D and XR environment only. Okay. Then over here, we have this area by which you can navigate as well. We have keys also, navigation keys. You can take a look at your direction with this particular, it's like a 3D compass that we have by which you can take a look at your X, Y, and Z position. Then this one will help you to pick and place, like select an object and move it. This one will help you to rotate it, scale it, and take a look at its XYZ positions. So this is what a normal gist of the environment looks like. Let me just clear my drawings. Done. All right. Now you can see the entire environment looks very big, right? This is what the entire ground looks like where I will be doing my part. This is what the Toby looks like. So whenever you select an object, you can see another panel will open up over here on the left-hand side. On this left-hand side, you can take a look. We have the properties, we have animations, and we have physics that can be applied to the selected sprite or selected object. We can take a look at the states. State means at what state it is. So let's say if I create two states in which first one, Toby is standing still. And in the second one, I am asking Toby to move. So I can create that state as well. I can take a look at the transform. Over here, I will be able to transform my object. Let's say if I want to change position, scaling, rotation, size, visibility, I can do that. I can also change material, I can add shadows, and I can also check the advanced properties and settings of that selected object as well. So this was just a little quick gist of the same. Let's do one simple activity. We are not going to, of course, create the entire 3D city. I will show the city as well, but I can't create it because we are time bounded, of course. And you are, of course, very new to the 3D environment that we have. So let's do a very simple activity. Let's create an object, click on this particular button, add a 3D geometry, then click on box. So a box is there on the screen, on the ground. You can double click on it or double click on it right over here. You will be directed to the box. So the box is unfortunately added not above, but below the ground. So what I can do, let's say if I want this box to be on the ground only. So I can go to, so you can see there are different options. Shadow is also there if you want it to cast a shadow or receive a shadow. So let's say if I'm adding object, but I don't want it to receive a shadow, I can do that as well. I can change its material also. So you have the material settings as well. So this is something that is there. So let's say if I want to change the color, I can change the color also. So let me pick a vibrant color. Let's go with blue. And you can also, of course, increase, decrease opacity, then roughness, metalness. So if you want to add or make it a little metallic, you can do that as well. You can select the material type. So over here, we have the material types. I will go with, we can go with tiles also if you want to. There are different tiles that you can choose. Once the download is completed, you can take a look at it. Sorry. So you can see the structure is with tiles, right? Okay. Then let's again select it. Let me close these. Let's go to transform. So we have this snapped object to ground button. Let's just click on it. It will be snapped to the ground. We can see now it is snapped to the ground. Now, what do I want to do? It's a very simple activity that we are doing. I want to move this. I want to animate this. Okay, what I want to do? I want this block to be moved forward, rotate, and resize. Means grow in size. Or also change the color or change the material type. Whatever you want to do. So let's select this block or box again. So this is the base state, right? This is the base state. Let's click on the create a new state, this plus icon over here. Let me annotate for you. This plus icon. Click on that. So new state is added. Okay. So in this new state, I can move my box. I can rotate it. Let's go with rotation. Rotate it like this. I can scale it. So I can just scale it like this. Again, snap it to ground. Okay. So this is the base state. This is the second state. Base state, second state. Okay. Now I can also change the material type. So I'm going to change the material type to, let's say, bricks. And this one. Done. So you can see this is the base state. This is the normal state. Base state, normal state. Base state and the other state that we created. Now let's go in animations. Okay, let's create an animation. Click on add button. Select the type of animation, transition or inbuilt. So there are few objects that have inbuilt animation, like Toby has few of inbuilt animations, but we are creating our own animation because it's a transition that we are doing. So let's click on transition. Now it will say from which state. I will select the base state to the second state that we created. Okay, I can select the duration. So I want it to take time in like 5 seconds or 3 seconds. I think that would be good. Now, if I click on play, you can see the object is very smoothly transitioning from one state to the other. Very simple, right? Very simple. So in such way, you can add animation to your 3D models. So transition is good to go. All right. So if I make it 10 seconds, because one of you just asked me, it will go very slow. It will take some time. Done. All right. Then let's take a look at one more part. So we have the entire ground to us. Let's utilize it very well. So let's say if I want to create a keychain, that can be used for, or that can be used as one of, the goodies on my project. So let's say if I'm making a project of smart city, so I can create a smart keychain. So for that, what I can do, I can use this pen tool right over here, this one. So let's click on that. I will clear my annotation, my drawings, I'm sorry. Click on it, create a sketch. You have this entire option with you. All right. Select a type of shape, or you can select the pen also. So I'm going to select shape. Okay, I'm sorry. I am going to, I think I will place it over here in the middle, in the middle line. Then click on yes. Then I will select the second option just next to it, which is the extrude option. Click on it. And then I can select the depth. So I think this big is okay. All right. This looks good, right? I can, of course, change the shape if I want to. Just click on yes. This looks good. Same way, if I want, I can select any other shape, or I can draw a shape as well. So let's say if I want to draw a shape, I was just showcasing it to you. Let's draw a shape like this. Oops, my shape doesn't look that good. Let me draw it again. Okay. I'm not a good artist, as I mentioned. I will select the extrude tool. I can make it extruded just a little bit. Done. Let's click on this. And this is my other keychain. Just I'm not that good with drawings, as I mentioned. Okay. Now, what you can do, as keychains are very soft, they're very smooth. This is very sharp. The edges means the edges that is being extruded, that is being uplifted, they are very sharp. So I can select the extruded object. I think this one is third one. I can go in properties and I can change material types. I can change other things as well. I can change its roughness. I can change its opacity. I can change its color. I can do a lot of part that I want to do, right? I can change its size also, thickness also. I can change and add some shadows as well. So if you want yours to have a text and then have a shadow, you are you are free to do that, right? So, and of course, again, you can go in advance as well, change its depth, add some fog, or and of course, check about the shadow as well. So you can do this. This is a very easy part that you can do. Of course, if I'm getting one question, that is text. Okay, text is very easy. There is one option right over here, which is I'm just annotating this one. This will add text to your keychain. So if I want to add a text, if I want it to display, let's say my name or my initials. So what I can do is I can click on text. I want it just like this. Added. So now I can type the text. So for that, what I will do, I will go into input and I will type Vivek. Done. I can rotate it. So let's rotate it to like this. Right, I think it is snap to the ground. No, let's rotate it a little more, snap it to the ground. Looks perfect to me. Then I can just snap it to the ground, rotate it a little more so that it's completely 90. Perfect. Done. Now what I can do, I can grab it. I can grab it and place it on top of my, just like this. Then I will scale it. So I can scale it like this. Done. I will move it again. Of course, you can change the color, you can change the type, you can add your own elements also. So, done. Right. As I mentioned, you have to be a little creative because I am time bounded, but you are not time bounded. I am time bounded because I have to end the session as well. I can't show the entire creativity over here. So therefore, it might not look as appealing or as attractive, but it's looking decent. Now, a keychain, of course, always have a hole in which you can attach it to the chain or the hook that we have. So for that, what we will be doing, we will be drawing a very simple cylinder over here. So let me get a cylinder, grab it and place it right over here. Okay, wherever I want it to have the, sorry, then resize the cylinder. So I'm going to make it this big. Then I will be making it long and place it wherever I want the hole to be. So you can see it is passing through it, right? So I will move my text a little bit over here. Yeah. Now what I will be doing? Now, can you give me a perfect name, what I want to do? It is very easy. Of course, it is very easy. Ambisate, ambisaintly, it is very easy, of course. I can't do it is saying, mine is telling coming soon. Download the latest version. You have to download the latest version. That is why I mentioned you have to download the latest version so that you can access the 3D and XR Studio and Junior blocks. The latest version is 8.0.0. Sanjeev is saying group it. No, I don't have to group it. Grouping will not do anything. What else? Can anybody else suggest? What should I do? Group it. That's not a right answer. Grouping will not make a sense. Intruding. Okay, Pixel Gaming, you're asking me to repeat. My question is, what shall I do to make the hole? I have already created the hole size and wherever I want it, but I want this cylinder to be minused from this object, which is my excluded object, or which is the keychain. What I will do? I want this to be minus from this. Come on. I want answers, everybody. Make a hole up. Yeah, that is what, of course, I want to do. Exclude. Okay. Okay. What about others? What's the answer? I want right answers. Come on, guys. Combine it. No, we can't combine it. Abhi, if we combine it, then it will be like it will be sticked to it. We can't combine it. As I mentioned, we have to minus one object from the other. So we can't combine it. Combining will not make a sense. Subtract. Magic book is correct. Subtract. Transparency, no. Abhi, transparency will, of course, again, not make a sense over here. Transparency will not do anything. Sorry. Transparency, no. Click on the sprite and minus. Okay. Click on the sprite. This is object. First of all, not a sprite. Click on this. You are saying click on this and then click on the other object and then click on minus. No, it's just decreasing the size. Minus and plus will decrease and increase the size. It will not subtract it. Look, the size is decreased. Now can you tell me? I have already given you one hint on the screen. Very good, my magic book. Yes. Very, very good. Magic book, what's the real name? Come on, reveal your real name. So what I have to do, I have to select object one. So minus cylinder from exclude two. Subtract. And then yes. Done. Done. Simple as that. Very good. Very good magic book. Amazing. Magic book is the star of the class today. So this is how you can create a keychain. Very easy, very simple. Then all you have to do is you can select the, the objects, select your name, select the excluded object, the Boolean object, and then right click group. You can rename this group as, sorry, keychain. Done. So this is a keychain. Now you can move it wherever you want to move it. Simple as that. Okay, so I will just show you few more examples. So let's go to examples. I will show you what all you can do. So this is a Mexican city that we have. I'll quickly show you the city. So you can create such cities in your 3D and XR studio. It's a very easy part that you can do. So once you learn all about 3D and XR studio, you will be able to create such city. So you can see this city is, or you can see there is a street that we have in which we have different houses, in which we have a restaurant, open restaurant. We have a bell tower, trees, benches. So this is what you can do. Create an entire city. Okay. So if you want to play, you can just go to code, block coding. So as you can see, we have all the blocks over here. Let it load. And okay, let me set it up. Let's click on green flag. Reloading the entire scene. So you can say my Toby is, you can see my Toby is jumping as well. Let me go to full screen mode. Toby is jumping, Toby is walking, jumping and walking. Let me switch the angle so that you're able to see it. Toby is jumping, walking, walking and jumping backward, left, right. So it's going perfectly fine. So in such a way that you can create your own cities as well. Let me close it. Let me open one more example for you. So let's say if you want to create a game, you can create carom, you can create table pool also. Let's check out table pool. I might not be that good with it. So let's go to code, block coding. So here we have the entire setup. We have player 0, player 1, current player, queue power, process. It's processing, therefore it's saying please wait. So we can, now you can say set power and choose the direction of cue ball. So let's say I want this, or this to be the direction, and then power to be this. Let's hit it, and okay, bad shot. Basically, I made my cue ball go inside the one of the holes. So Again, it will say set the direction. So I'm setting the direction. Very easy. I am setting the power and I am clicking on it. Again, not a very strong stroke over there. So this is how you can just create, like, this is just one of the example, of course. So let's say if you want to create your project in which you want to showcase the entire demonstration of what exactly the project is doing. You can take a look about you can take a look at the human anatomy over here as well. So this project will help you out to understand what all is inside a human body. So if I click on go to code, block, then I will go to green flag and play it up, waiting for it to load. So you see, it's very easy to see such projects and make such projects in 3D and XR Studio. And you can see the code is also not a lot. It's clearly not a lot. I have seen more code um, in Codeavour competition, a lot more than this. So let's just click on the green flag. Let's go in full mode. So if I click on urinary system, it's going to display that. So I can check it out. I can zoom in, zoom out. I can take a look at the same. I can take a look at the skeleton system. I can take a look at the nervous system, respiratory system, circulatory system, digestive system. So I can take a look at all the systems that are there. So in such a way you can create your own 3D and XR studio environment as well. And this all is of course created on top of the entire ground that is there. So you can see you can do wonders with 3D and XR Studio, and it's actually very good. We have added lights over here, different spotlights. We have added an ambient light on top so that it looks very cool. And we are rotating it continuously. So that all can be achieved through 3D and XR Studio. All right. So that was just a few of the examples that are there available. You can, of course, check it out. Once we are starting with lot more, we have, of course, as I mentioned, we will be coming up with a lot more training sessions, more boot camps focused on different aspects of Codeavour competition. It can be block-based coding, Python-based coding. We can have more sessions on 3D and XR Studio. So make sure you drop your suggestions in the feedback and attendance form, which I'm going to share just now. So make sure you drop such suggestions that what exactly you want to see next, what more you want in your sessions, right? So that particular feedback will also help us to understand that, okay, the students are more interested in this. That is why I ask you to fill this feedback and attendance form, not just to mark your attendance, but to also give your, true or honest feedback. And I hope everybody was excited to see this particular 3D and XR Studio in working. In such a way, you can create your projects also, your projects that you can showcase to the judges that this is what my project will look like when it is fully complete, and then the judge will be impressed as well. So I'm open to questions. By the time I'm answering your question, make sure you're filling the attendance and feedback form. The link is already shared in the chat box. I will pin it for all of you. Now I'm open to questions if you have any. It looks very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sir, can we export a 2D sprite from block coding to a 3D and XR environment and edit it in 3D environment? Shinjini, as of now, no. But what you can do is you can create your own sprites and models as well, as I mentioned. You can use the pen tool to create your own sprites and models. Let me tell you, one of our team members, he created entire Doraemon. Let me see if I can find it. But he created Doraemon in 3D and Nexa Studio, and that all with the pen tool, not with anything else. Yeah, I have the image. Let me present it. Just 1 second. Can you see? He made this entire Doraemon with the pen tool. So this is, of course, the possibilities are endless. With PictoBlox, you can create a lot of good projects. And now it's like a one-stop solution. We have everything for you. For juniors, for seniors, for more than senior categories. Yes, Sanjeev, what you can do is, suppose if you are making a 3D design, you can create a 3D print of the same. So I created this particular keychain. You can download it and you can very easily print it, 3D print it. Can we use any blocks? Yes, we have a lot of blocks that are available in 3D and Nexa Studio. You can. Aarti, your question is in Hindi, but I understood. Let me give you answer in English. Since this is a session in English, we will be having sessions in bilingual languages as well. It's very easy. You don't have to worry about it. And Aarti, let me tell you one thing. When we used to study mathematics or we used to study chemistry, we also used to think, oh God, I won't be able to do it. It's very difficult. But once you try doing it now, once you start enjoying performing such activities, you yourself will feel that, oh, this is very easy. I will be able to do it. I will be able to top notch it. So please don't get disheartened and don't feel that the coding is very big. The environment is very complex. It is not. It's very, very easy. You were able to see how easy I'm able to make my keychain in just few minutes. I'm able to extrude objects, create my new objects, and it's very easy. It's from yesterday's session, like we displayed temperature of Delhi. Can we display price of any commodity in real lifetime? That is the current price. You can, Ms. Preeti, what you can do is you can use the IFFT extension that is there. You can use that. So you have to use it in a way that is able to display the current price. I got what exactly you're trying to make, Preeti. You can do that. Yes, tomorrow we have a session. Tomorrow's session is going to be a very, very, very important one because in tomorrow's session, what we are going to do, we are going to learn how to pitch your project for track 1. So you have to join tomorrow's session. It's compulsory for all of you because I want all of you to be very confident while you're presenting a project to the judges. So make sure you join in. I will be sharing a lot of tips and tricks. I will be sharing you how you can create your presentation, what are assets that are we providing that you can use. Timings are going to be same from 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time to 6:30. So I hope you all have filled the attendance and feedback form. As I mentioned, this feedback will of course help me and the entire team to make and cater such sessions in a way that you find it engaging and interactive. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for joining in. I hope you liked this session. If you did, make sure to like this live session. If you're watching the recording, make sure to like the recording. And thank you so much for tuning in. The timing of tomorrow's session is going to be the same, 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 5 to 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. If you are not able to join us tomorrow, you can watch the recording as well. It will be there on the same channel, which is Codeavour. So kindly do subscribe to it as well. Do follow us on the social media platforms to stay updated with the latest updates. And I will be, of course, always here for all of you to help you out. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. We will see you in the next session. Bye bye.